Vote in the weekly polls on Facebook. Join the conversation at the ACC on Twitter. And subscribe to Wireless Alerts. Visit the Fan Zone on the ACC.com to discover how you can access the ACC. Well, we got another push. This one to go against Andre Dawkins. Miles Plumlee will check in for Ryan Kelly. Leslie along with Alex Johnson, C.J. Williams, Wood, who has not yet been as much of a factor as I know Mark Gottfried would like. No points for him so far. Trying to get free, and you can see how much attention they're giving him from beyond the arc. Leslie, what a move. What a move by C.J.
Well, that's what he does, and you know what? You get a bigger guy on you, not moving laterally as well. Face him up, put some pressure on him to defend off the dribble.
He's got 3 blocks and 4 rebounds already as well.
Make that 5.
Rejected. Wow, what a play by Leslie. Wood really wants to get on track and get a shot. Johnson. The non-song from Alex Johnson. It's a 15-point North Carolina State lead.
Games like this, you need guys to step up. And what was the key for Duke to get to the bench? Well, they've gotten to their bench and they've gotten answered.
Again, Rivers driving to the basket. The issue for North Carolina State may well be attrition. Their only problem seems to be foul difficulty. CJ with the payday.
Points.
Rumor has it you're accustomed to fast analysis while working with me.
Yes.
There's CJ on the bench with the third foul going to break. That's really the only issue that Mark Gottfried has right now is the potential of attrition with his front line.
But they've come in and you need a lift in those certain situations. And Duke off to a very slow shooting start, 6 of 24 in the game.
A much better defensive basketball team now than they had back in January at NC State. Wood off the curl. That's what he likes. He drills his first tray to make it 31-14. I think if you would ask Gottfried, you'd be up 17 with Wood making his first shot almost 13 minutes in. He'd say, well,
he's gotten much better using screens in the half court. It seemed earlier in the year he was getting more opportunities off of fast breaks from behind the arc, but now he's utilizing screens and getting himself open.
Plumlee working against Painter. Almost taken away by Brown. Here's Curry for 3. Halfway down the cylinder and out. Miles Plumlee, the putback.
One of the few times in this game so far where Duke has had second chance points. A couple of easy misses inside, but the Plumlee's starting to come alive on the iron.
Johnson, who's been red hot. This time, the in-between shot doesn't fall for him.
Well, now, you know what they have to do with him now is make him a driver, and that time Curry forced the pump fake, and he had to go to his mid-range game.
Plumlee blowing by Leslie, not there. Painter corrals it for North Carolina State. Johnson, a little give and go. Oh, another great pass and the foul prior to the shot. Oh, that extra pass has been something that's been very kind to NC State. A look at our Hyundai trip around the ACC. Wake in Miami on your regional sports network. And look at that. We're on the ACC network. Florida State, NC State, or Maryland and Virginia. 2 big games there. And later on, Clemson, North Carolina to be featured along with Duke Boston College in Sunday Night Hoops.
See if Clemson can win for the first time in 56 trips to Chapel Hill. But that team playing much better over the last couple of weeks.
Austin Rivers got the foul, his second for the Blue Devils, and he's taking a seat. Cook back in the game. Wood feeds Johnson wide open on the wing. Just over 5 minutes to play in the opening half. And the lead is 15 for State. Kelly a little out of control. And another foul underneath, spotted by Les Jones.
Harrison going down hard, but C.J. Leslie making that play defensively. Kelly misses the shot because he comes in. They're starting to look for him as a shot blocker now. Here's the play. You could see him coming in, and he had to change that shot. He went down hard, and then Hairston on the other side coming down hard as well.
Boy,
C.J. Leslie is playing above the rim in this game.
Yeah, and I believe, honestly, he got a foul in the air without a touch that time. Just so many bodies flying, and he was out of position. He picked up the foul really without much of a bump at all. That's his second, though, and again, that's 2 on he and Howell, and a third foul sitting C.J. Williams at this moment. Bear that in mind as this game progresses. Ball knocked away by Dawkins. They are all over Wood. Pretty clear what the scouting report tonight was.
Well, then they're so good at clinically taking out scores in this game, and he was a priority. Andre Dawkins getting the call right now.
Howell gets right past Hairston. 3 in the game for him.
Well, he and C.J. Williams are 2 of the most improved players in the conference this year, really flourishing under Mark Gottfried.
Defining roles was a priority for Gottfried, who was a winner at Alabama and prior to that Murray State, while being a longtime assistant on Jim Herrick's national championship team in '95. What a staff Herrick had when you think about it. Kelly on the wing. He drives one home from downtown, 33-21.
He's a pick and pop guy. That time he ran around, penetration, 41% from 3, so you have to cover him outside. He's a tough guard for a power forward.
Backdoor cut by Wood, and that's a block on Hairston.
Right, and he didn't get above the charge block line inside the lane. That's why that call was made.
Talking a little bit about Jim Herrick. He's on hand to watch Mark Gottfried's team. On that staff in '95, Lorenzo Romar, Steve Lavin, who was the youngest of the assistants, and Mark Gottfried.
Not a bad coaching lineage, coaching tree.
You talked to Mark about playing for Wimp Sanderson at Alabama, and he was on arguably one of the greatest teams that school ever had in 1987. They went 16-2 in the SEC when they played 18-game round robins in that conference. He was the shooting guard, scored 1,056 points in his career. But they were loaded with talent and lost to Billy Donovan's Providence team on their way to the Final Four.
Well, and you have an appreciation. He'll have an appreciation for Scott Wood. Mike Krzyzewski said before the game, probably the best shooter in the conference. 46%, 44% from 3, and 95% from the line.
Mark made a very big point of telling us today at the shoot-around that his team is just so much better when he scores 15 or 16 rather than 7 or 8.
Yeah, and he's a timely shooter as well. As many times as this team has needed a 3 or a jump start, he has come through.
35-21. Duke got off to a woeful shooting start. And North Carolina State took advantage. Cook, though, with the reversal. And with 4 minutes left, it's a 12-point game here in the opening half.
At the point guards, Thornton is the purest of them, while the others are scoring point guards. Quinn Cook definitely in that category.
Painter, tough shot, but there's the follow again by Howell. Cleaning it up. And it's 37-23.
NC State a +7 on the glass right now, just outworking Duke.
Cook off the feed from Kelly. Howell clears. Alex Johnson moving it to Wood quickly. He rushed that shot a little as Dawkins was making his move defensively. Dawkins on the other end with a runner. Oh, the iron kind. And it's 37-25 as Dawkins gets his first basket.
A nice little floater inside that time. They covered him up as a three-point shooter, and if he had taken it one more dribble, would have gotten a charge.
Painter from up top.
And I talked about it. They're going to dare him to make jump shots, and His man comes off the double that time. They left him wide open, and he delivers.
Struggled for playing time when Tracy Smith was on hand, getting a lot more now, and really developing his game this season.
An important 2.5 minutes for NC State. They built up this nice lead. They don't want to give the cushion away and give Duke any momentum going into half.
Numbers again for Lorenzo. Yes, and a foul. Cook unable to stop him.
We talked about the one guy they have off the bounce in the half court, but he's much better in the open floor.
Some incredible players in this series. This is another one. It's a 16-point lead. Polka.
That's right.
That's what you did.
They finally started selling Kavasi at Kroger.
Tim Brando, Mark Jaminski, happy to have you with us as Lorenzo Brown connects at the line, and it's now a 17-point lead for North Carolina State.
Well, how about NC State's offense? We talked about them needing poise, coming in 55% shooting, 5 of 8 from 3, 5 of 6 at the line.
Been dynamite.
Yeah, this has been a tremendous first half for the Wolfpack.
You see Bobby Lutz there sitting next to Mark Gottfried.
Huge hire.
Oh, what a great hire that
Huge
was.
hire.
Rivers not there. Wood brings it down. His assistant, Orlando Early at Charlotte, was hired to Alabama by Gottfried, and both of them are now on Mark's staff. So, and he later would coach at Northeast Louisiana, now known as Louisiana Monroe.
And it takes a lot of confidence to hire guys. I mean, obviously their history, but guys who were head coaches.
Yeah, and certainly in the case of Lutz, you've got to be secure in your ability as a head basketball coach to bring someone as accomplished as Bobby onto your staff.
Such a great defensive mind, and really, it's this is basically the same team as last year, but just as you talked about it, more structure. They're a year older. Lorenzo Brown doing a terrific job at the point guard.
Well, coming up at halftime, we'll have analysis, highlights, stats, and more on the Hardee's halftime report. I think the thought process there for Mark, because he spent a couple of years out of the profession and doing what we do, he decided that there are different ways of skinning a cat, so to speak, and now he's got another intellectual property from outside his realm on his staff. A 19-point lead for the Wolfpack. Mason Plumlee, good move against Painter, and he draws the foul. Hey, ACC fans, how would you like to win a Myrtle Beach golf vacation every month for a year for you and a friend, plus a chance to play a round with PGA Tour pro Dustin Johnson? Just text GOLF to 88222 or go to golfholiday.com for your chance to win.
It would take me a driver and a 3-wood just to get to his drive.
There's that Florida State score we were talking about. Maryland with a large lead on Boston College.
That's, for Painter, that wasn't a bad foul inside with Mason Plumlee at 49%. Get him down low, make him prove himself at the free throw line.
Wood again off the curl, off the front iron. It was on target, just not quite enough on it. Curry off the ball screen.
Nice little handoff that time by Miles Plumlee. Secondary break, you got a good look.
44-28. Mark Gottfried wants a timeout.
All right, to this point in the game, we talked about the struggles of players. Austin Rivers, 1 point so far, 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
Don't forget, as we mentioned, coming up at halftime, our Hardee's halftime report with highlights, stats, and more. I think that in talking with Mike Krzyzewski prior to the North Carolina game, Mike, one of the points he made to us was that with this young team, so many of them are scorers, and they need to have that success in order to perhaps play the way he always wants them to play defensively. He's adjusting to that, and I really thought in the